is Gary. Show's about to start. Gary! Be inside a little. Hey, Gary! You seen Gary Owens? Yeah. Excuse me. Mr.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Eric Boardman, and I'm here to do another Dinosaurs show.
Really?
Yes. And I'm supposed to meet somebody here. He's about this tall, dark hair, wearing a sport coat.
Oh, and does he have dark-rimmed glasses and a mustache?
That's him. Have you seen him?
No.
Thank you.
But Gary Owens did give me this note to give to a tall, skinny, red-headed in a striped sweater.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Oh, Richard.
Yes.
Do you like this dinosaur patch?
Oh, that's very nice. Thank you.
You're welcome. That'll be 7 cents plus tax.
What's Gary doing in the basement? Okay.
Going down.
Great.
Next stop level, storage for Allosaurus arm bones, Brachiosaurus backbone, Ectosaur cranium, Diplodocus digits, Eoceratops elbows, wrist ribs, Stegosaurus sternums, Tyrannosaurus tibia.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Watch this Gary. Hey, did I mention Ultrasaurus ulnas?
Yes!
Hey, Gary? Hey, Gary?
I don't believe this. Where is he?
Hey. Psst. In here, Eric. Where? Why? In here.
Gary, what are you doing here? The show is about to start.
I understand that, Eric. I have a problem. I really do.
Look at that neat stuff in here.
Eric, this is important. This is when there is time left.
What do you mean?
Well, you know how much I love dinosaurs.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we're not going to believe this, but I'm turning into a dinosaur. Eric, I'm serious. Look. Yes. And you should see my legs. According to this ancient book on dinosaur folklore, this transformation can only be stopped by the waters from Crystal Palace.
I'll bet you won't go, right?
Right. But what about the show? We'll do it as planned, Eric. Now I want you to take this and get it filled with water from the Crystal Palace. And here is your ticket to London.
London?
Yes. And hurry, please. Spreading, and it's getting worse. Oh my, look at the time. We're almost on the air. It's time for the show. Let's go to the elevators.
Let's take the stairs.
Hurry, it's spreading. Hi, I'm Gary Owen.
And I'm Eric Boardman.
And we're here to take another trip into the
fantastic
world of dinosaurs. Have you ever wondered what it would be like if dinosaurs were part of our modern world? I think it's safe to say for every person who is less than thrilled with dinosaurs, there are a score of people who love them. Why are these kids paying homage to ancient rituals, dancing to the Bronto Boogie? What has this town gathered to celebrate? Well, it's the arrival of a creature that roamed the parts here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, 65 million years ago. Pentaceratops. Its name means 5 horns in the face. Weighing in at 1,300 pounds, this Pentaceratops is the only full-size bronze dinosaur sculpture in the world. It now guards the entrance to the recently built New Mexico Museum of Natural History.
Everybody loves dinosaurs. They attract people for a reason. When we got the extinction hypothesis, nobody said the clams died out, the lizards died out, or this died out. They said the dinosaurs died out. And it centered people's interests in history and in the past of life, I think, which is just tremendous.
I'm here at the San Diego Natural History Museum, standing in front of the fossil remains of a duck-billed dinosaur lived 80 million years ago. You know, interest in dinosaurs has never been greater than it is right now, thanks to scientific discoveries that have changed perceptions of these great beasts. And of course, the bees, television, books, and yes, even comic books. Take you on a tour of the world of dinosaurs. Now I'd like you to meet some of my favorite dinosaurs, and I hope some of yours. Remember the bones we saw a few seconds ago? Well, they were from a creature similar to this. This is a Corythosaurus, one of the duckbills. Now, crest on the top, that's a bony structure that scientists theorize served an echo chamber for mating calls. Let's hear your mating call. Not bad. Ah, Steggy. That Stegosaurus. Believe it or not, this one is just a baby. Daddy would be 30 feet long. Oh, and about the color, the pink and the green? We really don't know what color dinosaurs were. Scientists are only guessing. That's what makes the study of dinosaurs so fascinating. Now you're probably saying, here I am with my friend the Brontosaurus. I'll tell him, this specifically is an Apatosaurus. This creature lived during the Jurassic period and grew to be 33 tons and over 70 feet long, and that's feeding just on plants. So kids, eat your vegetables. These jaws were the most powerful jaws in the world. They can eat through anything. It's kind of a living Cuisinart. This, of course, is the Triceratops, and this life-size model was built by the folks at Dynamite International. By the way, they're going on tour soon with this exhibit, so check your local museum. Now, I want you to meet the world's #1 favorite dinosaur. He's big, he's mean, he was the king of all dinosaurs, the Big G, the guy who ran things 65 million years ago, Dinosaurus Rex. You know, with those 66-like teeth, anything that got in his way became dinner. And these forelimbs, which look like fighting claws, probably really weren't. Scientists speculate that these arms were used to lift the duck up off the ground after he'd slept. You know, if you were to ask any paleontologist, they'd tell you that we've only just begun to find out about dinosaurs. Well, we've always thought the Brontosaurus was the biggest, until recently, when a bone was found bigger than any other. In fact, it's so big, it'd make these guys look puny. It's called the Ultrasaurus. That amazing discovery is in western Colorado. For years, renowned paleontologist Jim Jensen had prospecting in his favorite hunting ground called Dry Mesa Quarry. Many important fossils dating back 140 million years have been found in this area, but none so dramatic as in 1979, he unearthed an 8-foot-long shoulder blade. He later found a 9-foot leg bone, and it was back at Brigham Young University that he did a model of a leg from a dinosaur he called Ultrasaurus. He estimated that the complete creature may have stood as tall as 55 feet and weighed in an astounding 80 tons, making it the largest dinosaur ever found, that is, so far.
If you like your dinosaurs really big, you should take a trip out to the desert in Southern California. There find 2 of the biggest, just off the freeway between San Bernardino and Palm Springs, in a little town called Cabazon. These cement giants' handiwork of octogenarian Claude Bell started work on his Brontosaurus almost 20 years ago. at the age most men retire. It took 15 years spare time and money to build. Dinosaurus has only taken 5. People were touched when he first came to desert and talked of creating his park. But now there's more help, and as far as Claude is concerned, these two are only the beginning. Parents should note that inside the Brontosaurus is a gift shop filled with little dinosaurs that every child must have at least one of.
I love this dinosaur. I'd like to go in a stomach.
He's trying to do something that you like. Dinosaur. People really don't know them. They're wild, and I don't know, there's a fascination about them. They'll eat you up if you don't watch out. And how they disappeared, nobody knows.
No picnic living in this primeval world. You got volcanoes, earthquakes, storms. But that doesn't explain what happened to the dinosaurs.
The extinction of the dinosaurs is one of Earth's truly great mysteries. You must remember, dinosaurs were not the only animals alive back then. Possums, birds, salamanders, turtles, and even other reptiles like the crocodile survived. Thousands of varieties of insect also survived. But why is it that all the dinosaurs of the world didn't? Let's see if I found the answer.
What's your theory of why the dinosaurs are extinct?
There must have just been an accident. I just can't understand for any other reason. They were very admirably animals that had a long history of existence, but yet, for some unusual reason, they came to be extinct. I have no other explanation for that, but there are interesting ideas that are being bandied about lately, and one of the most provocative is that of having an asteroid or some planetesimal collide with the Earth, creating what at that time would be equivalent to the things we're talking about nowadays as a nuclear winter.
Maybe someday scientists will figure out what happened. After all, the science of paleontology has only been around for 1/1,000,000th of the time that dinosaurs ruled Earth.
People say, why study dinosaurs if for no other reason to find out why they were so successful? I mean, you can't just dismiss an or a group of animals that may have been successful for as much as 200 million years.
What if dinosaurs did survive? What would they be like today?
I think there would be many many kinds of dinosaurs that would look quite oddly familiar to us if they were alive today. I suspect, and this hasn't been quantified, that there are similarities in the evolution of multicellular creatures that tend to select for an end product that is acceptable because it's useful biologically.
Hi, Garrett. It's me. It's Eric. I'm in London. Yeah, I made it. Yeah.
Hornets? You really are turning into a dinosaur.
Eric, we're ready on the set.
Hey, hang on. I'll get back to you. I promise.
London, England. It was here that the name dinosaur was first coined. Back in the mid-1800s, Richard Owen created the word dinosaur, or terrible lizard. Now, prior to that, they had found bones of creatures thought might be serpents or dragons. Remember St. George and the Dragon? The English have always been fascinated by dinosaurs.
That's right, Eric. You know, the English like dinosaurs so much that they have made London second only to Tokyo in the number of the city has been destroyed by prehistoric monsters. Of course, we're talking about the movies, and these scenes are from the 1961 release, Gorgo. There was a dinosaur called the Gorgosaurus. It was a two-legged meat-eater related to Tyrannosaurus rex. But it should be pointed out that the beast reached a length of about 26 feet.
Piccadilly, the heart of London. Words can't describe it. There's been nothing like it, not even the worst bits. This section is complete shambles.
Now let's get back to our scientific approach to dinosaurs with Dr. Angela Miller in the British Museum of Natural History.
You know, Angela, this is the largest Triceratops I've ever seen.
Yes, it's one of the large specimens that's ever been found anywhere in the world. As we know, they grew continuously throughout their lives, like modern reptiles do. Triceratops in large herds swimming across the plains of North America, much in the way that buffalo today. And it's also rather interesting. It's one of the very last dinosaurs to go extinct at the end of the Cretaceous period.
Wow. Oh, this is the iguanodon, right?
That's right, Eric. The iguanodon was the very first dinosaur ever to be discovered in the last century. And this area is the very first dinosaur fossil that was ever discovered. Wow. It's actually a tooth of iguanodon that was found in 1822 in Sussex.
This was the first dinosaur fossil ever found?
Right, it's the first dinosaur fossil ever found that was recognised to actually belong to an extinct animal, rather like a lizard.
May I? I won't drop it.
Yes.
Now that we've covered the first scientific dinosaur discovery, let's take a look at the very latest. This is a Dimetrodon. It's been considered one of the very oldest reptiles from the dinosaurs, dating back some 200 million years. Now, recently, a new dinosaur has been found that takes the first appearance of arable lizards back another 20 million years. Paleontologist Rob Long made the discovery in his favorite prospecting area, Arizona's Petrified Forest.
No place in the world do we have a laboratory, as you say, like this one, where we have it all. We know, we can visualize what was under a rock, or what was in a pond, or what the jungles were like at the beginning of the age of dinosaurs. There's no place in a concentrated area like this that you get so much of the ancient environment.
What Rob found on this trip to the Pine Forest are the bones of a previously unknown dinosaur. But most important is the rocks the bones were encased in were dated to be 225 million years old. Other scientists came and helped carefully isolate the earth and rock containing the bone. Then they coated it with a protective plaster shell so they could take it back to the university at Berkeley and remove the bones under laboratory conditions. After reconstructing the skeleton, Rod debuted a rendering of a new dinosaur.
There is Gertie at this moment. Long neck, small head, rather stupid. Probably spent most of its time walking on all fours. And this would be about 1/6 the size of Gertie.
You don't have to be a scientist to build dinosaurs.
As a youngster, I used to build my own cars, and from that I used to see the shapes of the parts remind me of animals, so I just started building dinosaurs out of them. What you're looking at now is a brontosaurus. It's about 37 feet in length, and it weighs about maybe a ton and a half, and it's made of automobile parts. The head is made of oil pans, neck by shaft, the legs are control arms, the lower control arms, and the feet are shoes. And it's all just a conglomeration of automobile parts made of 20th century dinosaur. That's a pteranodon, which has a 14-foot wingspan. And the colors are just one that I decide what I want to paint them. I just paint them right color, because no one knows what color dinosaurs were in the place. So I just use the colors I see fit.
Excuse me, you look English. Where's the Crystal Palace Park? What's your favorite dinosaur?
These are the fossilized remains of a marine lizard that lived some 7 million years ago. It was called a mosasaur. And even though it isn't really a dinosaur, it is interesting to...
where this sea creature lived, right in the middle of Kansas.
It really was a completely different world back then. In fact, it was during the age of dinosaurs that the Earth's land masses separated into the continents we have today. And once they had drifted apart, evolution and climate changes created unique new plant and animal life in each region. Now let's go back to Eric's explorations in the wilds of London.
Goodness, look at this one. I can't believe it. Here I am on the outside of town, taking a voyage into a primeval world with wonderfully weird prehistoric creatures. Where did they come from? Are they the work of ancient dinosaur lovers? Wait a minute. I know.
I think I'm in the right place. Crystal Palace Park. Aha. This is bizarre.
Yes, Eric, this is the Crystal Palace Park, well known throughout the world, actually, due to the animals that we see portrayed on the island here.
Now, who built these?
It was constructed by Waterhouse Hawkins in 1954.
Forgive me, Stephen, but they don't look technically accurate.
Eric, they're not accurate. Take that particular one over there, that in garden. Have a look. Oh, you see that bump up there? That bump is really the thumb. It was an error made, but the error was really, you can anticipate the error because they did not have any full skeletons of these prehistoric animals at the time. These were in 1854 when they were constructed. 30 years it was before we could actually find whole skeletons dug out the ground.
What's interesting, the dinosaurs were fascinating to people back in 1854 just as they are today.
Yes.
What's your favorite dinosaur?
I haven't got one particular because one you see with a grandeur, power, strength. Another's you see with a slenderness and a sleekness to them. So one is like a painting, each one has a different quality.
But before I leave London, there's one thing I must do. I've got it. Coming right back.
Oh, man, I'm late.
Hey, Gary! I got the water from Crystal. Hey, Gary, you down here? I've got the antidote. Your troubles are over.
I don't think so.
Hey, Gary, come on, at least give it a try.
I think it's too late.
Well, come on out here. Let's see what we're dealing with.
Okay, but get a grip on yourself. Ta-da! Well, what do you think?
This is amazing.
I've always considered myself a dinosaur freak. Now, I really am one.
Gary, you know what this means? You're going to be big. Bigger than E.T. and Rambo. I mean, I can see the cover of Time magazine and maybe even a guest on Merv.
Ooh.
Book deals, record deals, movie deals. I mean, all of Hollywood's going to be at your claws.
True, but every scientist in the world will want to examine me. Probing.
Probing?
Not probing. Probing.
Probing?
No, read my lips. Probing.
Probing. Ooh, that would be awful.
I need some time to think this over.
Okay, I won't tell anybody. But what are you going to do?
Well, I do have this one idea.
Attention, please. The museum is now closed.
Well, it's a living.
You know, I've had an awful lot of fun working with the Garyosaurus on this show. I hope you've enjoyed what, you know, there's a lot more to learn about these incredible dinosaurs. And I suggest that you visit your local library, or if there's a natural history museum in the area, by all means drop in. Oh, and believe it or not, this is our second dinosaur home video. The first one was called More Dinosaurs, and I'd like to show you just a little bit of that right now.
Well, Eric, I need more dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs?
You're going on the adventure of a lifetime. Yes, in the great tradition of those early American hunters, Othniel Charles Marsh and Edward Drinker Cope. You're going a dinosaur safari.
I better get moving if I'm going to find more dinosaurs.